How's it going, lads and lasses? It's me, back with another Rainbow Six Siege video, since you guys liked the last one so much. Today we have something different. I might start doing these as an actual series, and I know I don't ask this much. If you do like it, please subscribe. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later on if you don't like my content. We're so close to 100 subscribers, and I'd really like to hit it before my birthday on October 1st. Anyways, on with the video. Jager is a 39-year-old defense operator from Dusseldorf, Germany. He was raised by his uncle and as a result was around machinery a lot during his childhood. Fun fact, he's a pilot too. His stats are 2 speed, 2 armor, and is a Pathfinder, meaning he's one of the original cast of operators during the game launch. His cost is 1k renown. Now let's talk about his loadout. His weapons are the 416 carbine and the M870 shotgun. Personally, I use the 416, but the shotgun is not bad if you plan on anchoring near windows or deployable shields. His secondary is the P12 handgun and is definitely my favorite pistol in the game. It's really useful for finishing down players or getting that last shot off. His gadgets are either barbed wire or one deployable camera. The ADS, or Active Defense System, destroys grenades as soon as they go in range of it. Only one problem, it can get destroyed really easily, so placement is key. Obviously, you will rarely find that invisible spot that will never be found, so instead, worry about finding an almost invisible spot, such as this place right here. Before we get on to the next section, I'd like to add a disclaimer. I've never been a fan of game guides or tutorials saying you need to do this or you have to do that to win, especially in multiplayer games. I feel like everyone is allowed to have their own preference and playstyle, so in my tutorials, I'm going to go over my favorite ways to play him and covering things that seem to work out most, and then you, as the viewer, can bend this to your own strategy. Now let's get on to tips and situations. Here's one of my first tips. If a Twitch drone has been spotted, wait until it's either destroyed or the prep phase ends before placing your ADS. This of course only matters if you're planning on anchoring beforehand. Second tip. Jager isn't the best roamer, so don't go thinking you can try and spawn peek a glass right off spawn. A lot of people are wondering why he didn't get a 1.5 times in the new update, but I think it's a good move on Ubisoft for not giving him that. Tip 3. You need to find the most optimal place to put your ADS. My friend Jeremy says to put it near people who are camping mirrors. You should never put it just on top of a table and call it a day, it'll get shot out immediately. I suggest a crevice in the floor or a few inches away from a doorway. Tip 4. Be smart. This sort of bounces off what I said a second ago, but don't put the ADS where no one is going to throw a grenade. If your choice is by the drone hole or by 2 doors, put it by the doors, and if you have a Jager on your team, you don't need to play Wamai. That's a waste of its character. Here's something that aren't in most tutorials, how to play against him. Good counters are people like Fuse or Ying. Both abilities use a lot of small grenade-like things, flashbangs or the hockey pucks that explode. These can wear out the ADS while still having enough of whatever the ability is to be useful that attempt. So for example, you'll still have a few flashbangs left or explosives. If you know that the enemy team is using a Jager, try to get your team to use flashbangs. Being able to wear out the ADS, or even just to know where general placement of the ADS is a good thing to know. If you throw a grenade of some sort and it gets zapped, look at the trail. The ADS leaves a trail that leads exactly to the placement of the ADS. Using this knowledge, you can tell your team where the ADS is most likely located. If you find a Jager roaming, you can beat him at range. He's only equipped with a ×1 sight, so cutting him off at a long hallway or across the hall is a great way to secure a kill. If you have a Glaz or Cali on your team, make sure they go in first or behind a shielded operator, so that way they can beat him at range. That's all I have for this tutorial. If you liked it, please subscribe, and maybe consider checking out some of my other content. Adios!